All right, we're going to walk through this example where we have 41 students that took a test in the 3 subjects of algebra, biology, and chemistry. So we're abbreviating those with A, B, and C. And the table shows how many students failed each subject in combination of subjects. Okay, so for instance, 2 people failed both algebra and biology. All right, and the question is how many students failed at least one subject? So if we think about these as sets, A would be the set of people who failed algebra. We could say B is the set who failed biology, and C is the set who failed chemistry. All right, so we're going to solve this by making another Venn diagram. All right, so here's the universal set. In this case, this is all the students that took the test. We have the set A of people who failed algebra, B who failed biology, and C who failed chemistry. Okay, so like we did with our previous example with the people liking the pies, we want to start here, which is the intersection of all 3. Since there's one person that failed all 3 subjects, we're going to put a 1 right in the intersection of sets A, B, and C. All right, and now we're going to kind of move almost from right to left in this table. So for instance, 3 people failed B and C. So remember, the set B intersect C is here, and that means that there's a total of 3 people that failed those 2 subjects. Since we've already included 1 that failed all 3 subjects, that means there was 2 that failed biology and chemistry, but apparently those 2 people passed algebra. Okay, moving on, A and C would be 6, so the intersection of A and C is right here. Of course, we already have accounted for 1, which means 6 minus 1, or 5, goes right there. There are 2 people that failed algebra and biology, and again, that would be the intersection of A and B, which is right here. Since we've already accounted for 1 of those 2 people, that leaves just 1 left. All right, now this says 8 people total failed chemistry, so that means the number in our chemistry circle here has to add up to 8. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 already, so that means that there were 0 people going in this part here that failed only chemistry. Whoops, there we go. All right, right, since the C circle already adds up to a cardinality of 8. All right, B is 5, so again, the numbers in the circle B here have to add up to 5. We already have 4, which means we just have 1 person that failed only biology. That means they passed both algebra and chemistry. And then unfortunately 12 people failed algebra, which means the algebra circle has to add up to 12. We have 7 there already, which means that there would be 5 left. Okay, so we also know that there was 41 students who took this test, so we could use that if we wanted to find the number of people who didn't fail any of the subjects, or in other words, who passed all of the subjects. So that would be 41 minus all of the numbers in our Venn diagram, so minus 5, minus 1, minus 1, minus 5, minus 1, minus 2. So if we just kind of quickly calculate that, we would get 26. So that means that 26 people passed all 3. Okay, that's kind of a side note. I just wanted to point that out along the way. What we're really asked to find is how many students failed at least one subject, and that would be the cardinality of A union with B union with C. So the way that we're going to get that is to take all these numbers in our Venn diagram, so just the ones that are inside the circles, and add them up. So for our answer, we get the cardinality of A union B union C is 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0, even though we don't really need to add 0. And that would be 15 students failed at least one subject.